No opening statement.
Michael, when they made that 27-2 run in the first quarter, it seemed like you guys were fueling their break a little bit with some of the turnovers, but also just missing shots. How much did you feel like you guys weren't executing your offense sort of to the standard that you need to, and how much is just like, okay, we can make these shots in a game 7, we can kind of handle this? It's just a little bit of a variance then.
Well, yeah, to your point, we started off 9-2. They call a timeout. They go on a 29-5 run. And in that stretch, the two things that stood out to me were, one, the turnovers, to your point, which I said pregame is, you can't do that in this building with that crowd. Give them life, give them energy. And so our offense, the lack of value in the ball was problematic. And then the other thing that was really problematic in that first half, 11 offense rebounds for 15 points. I told the guys at halftime, I said, fellas, if I would have told you before the game that they'd be shooting 42 from the field and 30 from the three-point line, would you have taken it? And they all said, yeah. I said, well, the reason we're getting our ass kicked is because they're not taking care of the ball. You're not rebounding. And we're playing with no physicality and no toughness. And they hit us first, they hit us second, they hit us third. And so you give them credit. They did what they needed to do to keep this series alive and to bring it back to Denver for a Game 7. So a disappointing loss. Anytime you get down by 50 in a playoff game, that's never an enjoyable experience. But we have to go home and get back to playing the way we did, where we won 3 games in a row. And I have no doubt that we'll be ready to do that come Sunday.
Michael, how'd you feel about your team's offensive process once you guys did get down big in the first half? It felt like there were a lot of threes going up. Were you good with those looks for the most part, or would you like to have been a little bit more aggressive toward the rim?
Yeah, I don't know. I think at halftime we had 21 threes attempted, and we only made like maybe 4 of them. And it's a fine line because obviously, as I predicted they would, they double-teamed Nikola. Obviously, after a 40-point outburst, they double-team him. So when they put 2 on the ball, you're going to generate some open looks from 3. But it's a fine line, Vinny, of, okay, yeah, we're generating good looks. And I felt early on we didn't make the good looks. And that kind of discouraged us and kind of took away our defensive intensity. We've been so much more aggressive the last 3 games and decisive and assertive the last 3 games than we were today. And I think not making shots kind of had a negative impact on just our overall disposition tonight, which can't be the case. When you are missing shots, you got to dig even deeper and give greater effort. But that just wasn't the case tonight. So we'll watch the film. We'll see what we can do better come Sunday and try to win a Game 7, another Game 7 for us.
Coach, not to pile on about the missed shots, but and you mentioned the rebounding. When they're open looks, but there's not as many rebounders or people near the glass, I guess how much is it, a chicken and an egg kind of deal there?
Give me the question again.
Well, I guess I'm saying they're taking open looks, but you had so many guys in the perimeter and almost nobody inside, which then leads to easy rebounds and leads to them going the other way. So is it almost like a false positive that those looks are that open with nobody underneath?
Well, obviously, going 7 of 36 from 3 and shooting 30 from the field is problematic in and of itself. Not making shots, not making open shots. We never, aside from the 9-2 start. Well, I guess to start I left Nikola in to start the second, realizing that this game was about to get away from us. So I'm going to leave him in the game, and we cut it to 11. And then they went on another big run, 13-0, which put it to 24. And then late in that second, I'm saying, let's cut it to 14 by the half. Just kind of stay within striking distance. We get a stop. We try to throw a run out, a turnover. They score again. So now we're down, 17 or 19 at the half. But yeah, we can be a lot more, instead of just all standing on the perimeter, we can be a lot more aggressive to the basket, not just settle for threes. And obviously, to your point, a 62 to 43 rebound margin. That is a 19 rebound differential. And that, to me, speaks volumes about the game and our approach.
Coach, similar to, for Game 5, you guys made Anthony see bodies. And, it seems like Minnesota kind of did the same with Nikola tonight. How did you guys, respond to that? And how much is this series coming down to, not the role players, but the others, performing really well?
Well, it always helps when the others, like people like to call our guys. No. I didn't take it as a. I understand that. I didn't take it in any negative way. Like for them, McDaniels tonight is by far our best game of the series. He played great. 21 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. Ant's going to give you what Ant's going to give you, and their bench scored 23. Our bench scored 2. So. In Game 5, we were effective getting the ball out of his hands. Tonight, we weren't. And they knew it was coming, and they did a really good job of moving the ball and attacking behind it. And then with Nikola, obviously after the performance he put on, they said, hey, we're going to double team him. And we have to do a better job of spacing, reacting. And then the bottom line is that they're going to put 2 on the ball. We got to make them pay. And we didn't do that tonight. So they can just stay with that over and over and over again. And just like in Game 5, we put 2 on Ant, and they didn't make us pay. And it was effective. Tonight it wasn't. So the good thing is we'll go home, again, watch this film and understand there are going to be things that we can do differently from a game plan standpoint. But to me, the much bigger issue is we have to do a lot better job of being locked in and ready to play in a Game 7. And again, those are the 2 greatest words in sports, Game 7. So hopefully our guys in front of an amazing crowd will be ready to go, and we have the intangibles the way we've had them for the last 3 games prior to tonight.
One more. I just wanted to follow up on that. What is your experience in Game 7s, and what do you expect on Sunday? Just the unique nature of that game.
Well, our experience is pretty positive. So I'll leave it at that. Do your homework.